so much for joining me. It's an honor and a privilege to have you join. Hope you've been enjoying my conversation with Gavin. He's a mini celebrity in the circles that I run in. So I've been fanning out and he's been singing, which has been blessing my soul, and sharing just some of his wisdom and what's some of his inspiration with music and how the Lord has been gifting him. So let's listen in to some more. And before we close out, I kind of polled or told you about the little fan club. So I put out a question to them and asked if they have any questions. So I was thinking we could do like a little rapid fire. So you don't have these questions in advance.
Right. Here we go.
So, right. So the first question is, how do you encourage yourself to lead others?
How do I encourage myself to lead others? Again, for me, it just goes right back to Ephesians 2, knowing that I'm here and they're here. You know, this is something predestined by the Lord. These moments, even this moment today, right, is something that the Lord predestined.
Yeah.
You know, for His glory. And so that's the thing. Like the understanding is that, hey, Galatians 2:20, I've been crucified with Christ. You know. And so now it's not me, but it's Christ living in me. And so this life I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. So it's Galatians 2:20. So then if you go back, think about Galatians 1:10. So that kind of helps you remember 2:20, 1:10. 1:10 says, hey, you know, if I was trying to please man, you know, I wouldn't be, you know, a child of God. And so in pleasing God, you're serving man, you know?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Pros and cons of leading multicultural congregation. Quick one.
Well, nobody's ever satisfied, right? So you'd be like, oh, you did this hymn? Oh, it was great. I wish you would have did this verse instead of the other verse. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really that in a nutshell, where it's like, that's a great example. It's like, oh, you didn't do the third verse? Oh, like, you know, but, you know, so it's just like that, you know.
Okay.
I guess I would say that. I'll stop there. I got a lot more on that one, but I can stop there.
Well, and I can see like that being a challenge. So I guess then the pro is?
Oh, the pro. So the pro is coming to grips with not being able to please everybody. So that actually relieves the pressure. So whatever is done, you know, somebody's gonna, you know, not necessarily feel it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, some people are gonna feel it. So it's just like, hey, you deal with it. But and the trick to that is still being diverse in how you present it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you let everybody know that, you know, you're appreciative of their background by providing diversity, a diverse, you know, style of music. So,
yeah. When are you coming back to our campus? This is, and can we get you in rotation?
I have no idea. I'm not sure, like especially with this COVID stuff, but I'd love to at any time if schedule permits. And I'm not sure about this whole rotation thing at all, but you know, it would be cool to be able to go around. The only campus I hadn't been to was the one in Loudon, so on a Sunday morning. So, but yeah, it would be fun. I do love my people, of course, at my campus, and the you know, the Lord has definitely called me to focus on them. But I love getting out every now and again and leading and sharing with other congregations, especially like you all.
Sweet. What do you do to warm up your vocals?
Eat chicken. No, just messing around. I got that from my uncle. my Uncle John, and I was like, because he's the whole thing was he's never ever hoarse.
Is it the grease?
It's the grease. It's the grease. And so Uncle John, he's like, I just eat a piece of chicken. So that's always been the joke. It's like everybody else is doing like la la la, all the kind of stuff, or doing sprays and different things like that. And my Uncle John always said he ate a piece of chicken. So we would always that would always be my answer too.
So
But
Sunday mornings you having some chicken?
no, not at all. I don't have any chicken anywhere around here, but you gotta go to the south for good chicken anyway. But but yeah, that's what he would always say. So I just throw it out. But no, I definitely do kind of like a long tone, low tone type of thing. So whether it's like when you first get up, or like take a shower, whatever it is, like you're warming up. Even just talking in a low tone helps to just kind of break the ice, if you will. And then like kind of on my drive in, like I'll kind of stretch it out a little bit more and ramp it up. The one thing that you don't want to do is just like shock your voice with a ton of cold water, or so I'll do room temperature water. Like I keep some bottled waters in the garage, and so they're like just straight room temperature, or even sometimes kind of a little warm maybe, but I'll drink that. And just try not to shock the voice. And so by the time, so I'll say this: the running joke at my campus is that people are like, "Hey, can I get more Gavin in my ears?" And everybody else is like, "No, you don't want that. Like, no, he's not at 100% right now. You know what I mean? Because I'll gradually go through our sound check. You see what I'm saying? And so new people who are on the team, they're like, "Can I get more Gavin?" And everybody's like, "No, you don't want to do that."
Well, the congregation, I know, be like, "Can I get more, Gavin?" Okay. Do you have a vocal coach?
I had one who really, really changed the way I sing when I was at Thomas Road. And so his name is David Hahn. And so when I was there, I was singing a solo too. It was funny. I was singing a solo there one day, and afterwards, because he was in the orchestra, plays violin as well. And he walks up to me and says, "3 things." that's what he quotes. He just says 3 things like that, and then he kind of goes down a quick list of different things that he wants to change on my delivery and just how I'm getting things out. And he really helped me because I was in a place where I've been singing kind of, with gospel singing, especially lots of hollering, lots of squalling, lots of hard singing, you know what I mean? And so, especially like prior to being at Thomas Road, I was at Church of God in Christ. So it was like high praise all the time.
Yeah.
Service in the morning, service in the evening type stuff all the time.
In the middle of
I felt like I stayed hoarse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and so he really changed some things. Like I would be able to go down, and there were a couple of spots in my voice where nothing would come out. That he worked through with me to kind of get my voice back and to project it from a different place, the right place. So yeah.
Well, and then the next one was, do you give vocal lessons?
I'm not really I wouldn't say I'm trained in the ways that he's trained. You see what I'm saying? He has like a vocal degree from Temple. You know what I mean? And it's like working on his doctorate right now. You see what I'm saying? So he's like really learned, if you will, with that. I would say for me that I know enough to help someone progress.
Yeah. Okay.
I know enough to help someone progress who has an already decent voice. Like I don't feel like I'm the person who's the best at cultivating from scratch, if you will. Yeah. So just different things. I'm like, yeah, you could do this, you could do that, you could change this, move this here, and like focus on a vocal coming out this way versus that way. So yeah.
Who's your favorite person to sing with?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I guess I would have to go with just because it just feels like it's just a great vibe. I got a couple of videos on Instagram as well, snippets or whatever. But and we sing together at Thomas Road as well, actually. So her name is Jessica Musselman,
Mm.
and she used to be at Harvest out there, Vertical Church out there, leading worship with them out in Chicago. And so she came back to the area um, and joined in with us at the church and everything like that. And so yeah, she just has this vibe and just cool. Like everything is just super chill. As far as people that I sing with all the time, I would say, or have some often, I would say her. But at the end of the day, I would say my favorite person to sing with would be my sister and then my family group. Because we can still like right now, like we ain't seen each other in a while, or talk to each other in a while, or sing with each other in a very long while. But we can jump right in. You see what I'm saying? As soon as like it never left. So,
Yeah. Okay. What song do you sing that you wish you wrote?
Um, I guess I'm just gonna say the first one that came to mind. So it's "I Will Exalt You" by Hillsong.
Okay.
I will exalt you. You are my God. You know what I mean? Then especially that second part, that second verse, because you're with me. It goes into the "I will not fear." And then it goes into the "my hiding place, my safe refuge." I'm not sure if I did the words right just now. But yeah, so it's just great. It talks about Psalm 91, talks about God being um, our king, our treasure. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and it's more like a chant. It's not even a lot to the song. It's two verses and a chorus. That's it. It's just a great time. I'll listen to it. It's like a 7-8 minute song on YouTube or something, and they just play the music for a long time, but then they sing, and it's just great. So I'll use that just to hang out with the Lord. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Favorite musical instrument?
Gosh. I guess I'll just have to go to the drums. It's my first love. I love the drums. There are many of them. So it's like, it's just so much you can do with drums and tones and different things like that. So many different grooves you can set. And so I feel like everything else is not, I mean, of course you could say piano or whatever like that, but I still feel like even the piano is kind of limited. This pertains to what you can do with the drums. But yeah, I used to play euphonium also, so I'm a brass lover. The euphonium is like a baby tuba type of thing, and so it's just like a great baritone, similar to a trombone sound. So it's right in there, and the reason I love that is because it sits in the middle of the band and plays all the harmonies. So it plays all the parts that you don't necessarily pay attention to, but it brings everything together. And so one of the professors at Liberty said that um, people who play instruments like that in the middle are the ones who kind of like love harmonies the most as a result. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in with Truth Over Feelings. I hope to see you next week when I wrap up my final conversation with Gavin, and we're going to finish our second part to these rapid fire questions. See you then.